So welcome everyone. This is the Kriya for the colon, the spine, organs. It's working with heart, lungs, pancreas, and balancing meridians for the colon. And there's a lot of shoulder work. So we'll be sure to do some warm up for the shoulders. So let's begin by just sitting up tall, finding your most comfortable seat, whether that's in easy pose or thunderbolt pose. Good morning, Melanie. So we're sitting up tall. I like to sit in Gyan Mudra, the wisdom knowledge mudra, to begin. I imagine as soon as I touch my thumb and index finger that it's a direct conduit to my intuition. When those two fingers touch, it's as though I plugged in a socket to my intuitive nature. That it opens up and communicates. Connecting to your breath, all the inhales, exhales through the nose, unless directed otherwise. Yesterday we talked about the 4 brain waves, the beta, alpha, theta, delta. So I may focus on 1 or 2 of those brain waves today. Another part of your practice, having a sense of what's happening with your brain as an outside observer. Three big inhale exhales before the Adi Mantra. Adi Mantra, hands to prayer position. And let's chant. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And let's open the eyes. Take the legs wide in a life nerve stretch. Maybe leaning forward. Begin to do some neck rounds while you're leaning forward. Easy neck rounds to the right and to the left. Maybe you can reach a little bit farther forward. Your knees may be bent. Your hands are coming forward on your legs, maybe down to the ankles, maybe all the way to the feet or to the toes. Fascia is releasing. And then let's draw the soles of the feet together. Baddha Konasana. It's a great hip opener. Maybe take the hands behind the body and walk the hands back. So you're really beginning to open up the shoulders. Maybe the head will float back. Then sit back up again. Take this left hand to the right knee. My right hand is tented behind me, and I'm just doing this nice spinal twist, taking the shoulders as far back as they'll go, then coming around to center, taking the left hand behind you, taking the legs straight in front of you. So you're in Paschimottanasana, flex the feet, lift the arms up, bend the knees, bring the hands forward. So we're taking these shoulders as far forward as they will go. The chest will come closer and closer to the thighs. Long, deep breathing through the nose, activating the nadis, those energy channels that move the electrical energy through the body. I've got my hands now right beside my waist, by my hips, Dandasana, this is called, staff pose. Can almost push down on my hands, lifting my buttocks slightly off the mat. Feeling this in my shoulders. Take the arms up over the head, really stretching the shoulders long to the sides, maybe interlacing the fingers and drawing the arms back behind you. So you're really opening up the shoulders now, the full extension of this ball and socket joint. Keep breathing into it. There are two short kriyas that are put together here. The first one for these meridians for the colon, and the second one is for the navel energy, the third chakra, Manipura. Okay, let's shake it out and begin our kriya. So we're coming to a seated position. I'd like you to be comfortable here, so you could sit on your knees, on your heels like that if you prefer. You could have one leg out in front of you. It's really important that you're comfortable so you can focus on the upper part of your body for the kriya. So we start this by bringing the left hand is just resting in the lap, palm up. My hand comes forward. I'm dorsiflexing, pulling the back of the hand towards my face. 108 times, inhaling up, exhaling down. That's 2, 3, 4. Inhale up, exhale down through the nose. Arm is straight. Close your eyes. Go into interoception. What's happening in your body? I misspoke. We don't have to do this 108 times. We only have to do it 40 times. It's later that it's 108 times, so bring it down. Just rest that right hand in your left, stretching out the arm. Okay, the left side, bring the arm forward, flex the palm, and begin. Inhale up, exhale down. You're pumping that fluid in your armpit for the endocrine system. You're lengthening your spine. And take that left hand down, close your eyes, and observe. Where is your brain? Beta waves are when the brain is fast acting, dominating your waking state, but maybe you're moving into some alpha waves. That's when you're in the present moment, when you're integrating mind and body, which we do in yoga. Alpha waves also when we're learning. Also when we're in a reflective state. Okay, now we bring both arms up, palms flexed, and begin 40 times. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Great stretch for the forearms and elbows. Okay, float the arms down here. We're going to do a bandha stretch, so keep the arms up. A big inhale. And hold. Squeeze the bandhas. Root chakra, pull navel towards spine. And release. Rest the hands, left hand and right, and just observe. Hands come together. I think of those Thai figurines, those Thai dancers. So our hands are in prayer above our head. Now it's 108 times up and down. So inhaling up, stretching the spine long, exhaling down. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling up, exhaling down. I'm getting a sense I have a low battery, so keep moving. Good job. I've lost track now, but we'll go for another minute, say. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Try to reach the ceiling so you're really stretching your spine. We're going to take a big inhale, hold the breath for the bandhas. Inhale and hold. Light squeeze of the bandhas. Trying to stretch the arms all the way to the ceiling with the fingertips. And release. Just rest the arms on your knees, Gyam Mudra. Okay, the arms come out to the side, palms up, 108 times to the ceiling. Palms are touching. They don't clap, but they do touch the open palms. Close your eyes and imagine stretching your spine really long and tall. There's a super highway of energy running up and down your spine. Stay really focused on your breath. We're going to take a break at 54 of the 108. Take a little pause. So now take the arms down, Gyan Mudra, just rest and observe. Are your brain waves moving more to that alpha state, where you're present, engaged in a mind and body connection? The brain waves will be a little bit slower than when they're in beta. That's when the mind is most active. Okay, we'll do 54 more. Inhale up, exhale down with control. Hear yourself breathe. Almost there. 44. 51, 52, 53, 54. Now just hold your arms out. I didn't give you a break here. If it gets too tiring, you can rest your arms down on your knees for a few moments and then bring them back. We're going for a 2-minute hold. Let your back assist you. Let all the muscles in your back help you hold your arms up. This is a little bit like ego eradicator. The mind will begin to chatter. So you'll move into beta mind here because it's going to most likely get active, saying that you're tired, you don't want to do this, you don't like it. Why is the instructor making me do this? But you can always move beyond those messages. Just 45 more seconds and we'll be here 2 minutes. It's teaching you discipline, resilience. 30 more seconds. Keep breathing deeply into it. The breath will carry you. It's going to feel so nice when you're able to float the arms down, and you can do that now. Just rest the back of your hands, Gyan Mudra, on your knees. Close your eyes and observe. going to take the arms back overhead in this prayer position over the head. You're going to begin long, deep breathing here for 2 minutes. You're stretching your spine long. This exercise builds the heart and the lungs. Whenever we're using our arms and our shoulders, it's always good for the heart muscle. This stretch is working your pancreas and adrenal glands. Remember, the adrenal glands get really hard when they're under cumulative stress, which we've all been under this last year. Just a few more seconds. And we'll do a bandha squeeze, so a big inhale and squeeze. And release. Float the arms back down, Gyan Mudra. Observe the shoulders will begin to be tired now. Even though you're just sitting, you're burning calories, no doubt. That's the end of the first Kriya. Now we're moving to the second Kriya, releasing navel energy. I interlace my fingers. They're behind my head, underneath my hairline, if my hair is long. And I'm really trying to hold the elbows wide open. So I'm drawing the elbows back. Leg position, be wherever it's comfortable. If you're okay staying here in easy pose, stay there. If you want to extend a leg, do that. If you want to move into hero's pose, be my guest. It's just long, deep breathing for 1 minute. Then we're moving to an advanced pranayama. You've all done nadi shodhana, the alternate nostril breath. Can you determine if one nostril is more open than the other? Wow, today I think it's my right, my sun side, the Surya, the male energy side. So I will breathe mentally through my right nostril, inhaling, and mentally I'm exhaling through my left, my feminine energy, the Chandra, moon side. You can do this, it's very subtle. It gives your mind something to do, to concentrate fully on the breathing. You almost forget about the asana. You're mentally directing the inhale through the dominant side and exhaling through the less dominant nostril. We're almost at 3 minutes. And take the arms down. Let's Rest them. Close the eyes, breathe deeply through both nostrils. This next exercise, I'll be calling out the inhales and exhales. We'll have a 15-second held breath and a 25-second held breath. And when you're holding the breath, of course, you're squeezing the bandhas. The position, palms interlace, Venus Mudra. Then I invert the palm to the ceiling. I take it up over my head. That's my asana pose. Now breathe with me. I'll call it out. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Suspend the breath. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, prepare. 25 seconds. Stretching the spine long. Maybe you can get the palms closer to the ceiling. 10 more seconds. Exhale, float the arms down. Rest, long, deep breathing, 1 minute. Close the eyes, observe. How does the long, deep breathing affect your mental state, your brain waves? Okay, take the palms, grabbing the shoulders. My thumbs are in back by the scapula. My fingers are over my clavicle bones. I'm just holding this pose. So I'm stretching up tall. Long, deep breathing here. 3 minutes. Keep the elbows perpendicular to the floor. I don't know why, but holding my arms up like this, it feels like it changes my breathing pattern. Seems like it takes a little more effort. See if your elbows, this part of your arm, can be perpendicular to the mat. Yes. It must take effort because I feel my breath increasing, my rate of respiration. We're halfway there. If your breath increases, just go with it. It takes effort to hold this static pose. So slow twitch muscle fibers are engaging. We're at 2 minutes, 1 more minute. My brain is somewhere between alpha and beta. Thirty more seconds. Try to slow down your breath now. What happens when you slow the rate of inspiration and respiration? An inhale is called the inspiring breath. A perfect word, isn't it? Breathing in new prana, so it's inspirational, it's inspiring. And float the arms down and rest. Gyan Mudra, an immediate connection to your intuition. Let the breath settle. You're learning to be so still. Nothing's moving. The only thing that's moving is maybe the blinking of your eyes, even though they're closed. Okay, we'll move into hero's pose. That'll feel good because we've been sitting for a long time. Let's curl the right toes under and stretch the leg out since we've been sitting so long. Take that right knee down, curl the toes under of the left foot, stretch the leg out. Maybe take the knees wide, come back into a child's pose. We don't do this very often, just bringing the forehead to the mat. Shoulders are open. Coming back up. Wow. Today my legs feel asleep. So I got to move them out a bit, shake them out. Then you can sit back on your heels. I like to place a blanket between my heel and my buttocks. We're going to do 2 minutes of Sat Kriya. Remember, Sat Kriya is the opposite of our normal breath. So I'm inhaling, drawing my belly in on Sat, exhaling on Nam. So it's Sat, belly comes into the spine, Nam, it gets fat. The asana pose, fingers are interlaced, steeplechase mudra, up over the head. So you're very engaged here. Try to use your larynx, try to phonate sound. Sat, truth, Nam, name. So you're chanting, my truth is my true identity. Let's begin. Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat 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 Nam. Big inhale, Sat. Hold the breath, squeeze the bandhas. Try to take the pointed fingers closer to the ceiling, stretching the arms, stretching the spine, still holding the bandhas, holding the breath. And release, float the arms down. Just let the palms rest on the top of the thighs and observe. Does anything shift in your body, mind, spirit connection after 2 minutes of Sat Kriya? Where are your brain waves? Maybe they've dropped a notch. Maybe they're moving into a little bit of theta, deep meditative state, or in our dream sleep. Theta also happens when we learn, when we do memory work, when we're daydreaming, when we find ourselves in the intuitive state. Theta happens when we're driving down the road, driving down a freeway. Maybe the freeway is not very busy. You've just had a big meal, and all of a sudden you can't remember the last 5 miles that you just drove. It's rather frightening. That's the theta state. Whenever we're doing anything on automatic pilot, and you totally lose track of time. Now open your eyes. We're going to slide onto our backs for a modified stretch pose. So we've done this many times. This one isn't too hard because we're holding it for less than a minute. I am going to lift my legs about 6 inches. I'll lift my head and shoulders off the mat, and also my arms. And I'll be continuing to breathe long and deep here. So let's get ready. If you feel that your lumbar spine does not feel supported, then slide your forearms under your buttocks and keep your palms flat under your hamstrings. That will help support the lumbar, but this is fairly, when you lift the legs and the shoulders, you can actually push the lumbar towards the mat. So let's begin. I'm lifting, pointing my toes, my feet are together. I'm looking at the tops of my feet. My hands are off the mat, palms down. I'm breathing long and deeply, really engaging my core. If it gets too hard, you can always drop your feet for a few moments and then come back in. See if you can draw that lumbar towards the mat. Good job. We're coming up on 1 minute. And slowly take the feet down, head back down, palms up. Now we all know what a belly laugh is. A belly laugh is when somebody tells you something really funny, or you see a funny meme, and you laugh from your belly. So now we're going to do this consciously for 30 seconds. It'd be quite fun if we were together and could hear each other, but on Zoom, that's not possible. So I just invite you to really laugh loud. Maybe you can just laugh at me. And here we go. Really pull your belly towards your spine. I'm really pulling my belly into the spine. It's really working my core. And you did it. Oh, did that put a smile on your face, maybe? I'm smiling. I don't know why, but I am. Did that shift your mood in any way? Now roll over onto either side. Draw your knees in. Use your palm to lift yourself up. We're going to come up to a standing position for a little bit of balance work. So I'm first standing. Let's shake everything out. We'll twist the light bulbs. We'll do the queen wave. I don't know if she's waving too much these days. And the light bulbs up here, or the hallelujah, that's what it is. The hallelujah, the queen wave. Maybe this is the light bulb. I can't remember. Okay, we're going to do 10 jumps. My hands are open, reaching up towards the sky. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, good, good. Okay, since we're standing, I'm going to add in a little bit of core here because we have time. So let's first just ground this left foot, look down, see all 5 toes, grab the mat, feel the metatarsal bones behind the toes, feel the arch. If you try to grab the toes to the mat, you'll feel that arch lift, that metatarsal arch. Feel your heel bone, your calcaneus. Take the hands to the waist. You might want to do this by a chair or a wall. I've got my Murphy bed here, so that kind of gives me a little extra support. I'm just lifting this leg, my foot. I've flexed my foot so it's parallel to the floor. Maybe I can take my arms out wide. Every day balance changes, and by the hour of the day it changes. Take it down, shake it out. Take this right foot to the mat, do the same thing. Grab the toes, feel the arch, feel the heel bone. Then once I'm grounded, I flex this foot, I'm lifting it. Maybe my arms can come out, palms up. How's your balance today? Is it different than yesterday or earlier this week? And take it down. Oh, I love these Baxter Bell balance things because it's good for the brain too. It's neuromuscular. So I've got my right hand on my right thigh. That's the leg that's going to extend. The opposite arm will come up. So it's inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Do them at your own pace. One more. Okay, shake it out. Prepare for the other side. So I've got my left hand on my left hip. It's going to extend while the right arm goes up. And let's begin. Big inhale, exhales. And bring it down. Shake everything out. And you're going to come back to your mats for the final pose, the final meditation. We have a wonderful chant we're going to do. Well, you can do it. It's your choice. I'm on Wi-Fi today rather than my Ethernet cable, so I probably won't sing with the chant because it could affect the transmission. So in this, I'm sitting Gyan Mudra. My arms are straight. My thumb index finger are touching. The chant is there on your screen if you choose to chant along or just to be mentally clear as to what's being said. And one translation, what's interesting is Sanskrit, I see so many different translations of the same thing. But they all tend to be around truth, creation, and our own internal sense of truth and creation. We'll be here about 5 minutes. And open your eyes and go right into your Shavasana. This week we've been putting our legs up on a chair seat or a sofa seat. Or you could put your legs up against the wall, or you could have a bolster or something under your knees. Or Laura, you could try just putting your legs right up on that bench you have. So you're just laying like this. You might try it. It's it accesses the parasympathetic nervous system. So your legs would just be up on the bench. I'll take away the screen share. And I'll bring you back with the bell in 6 more minutes. breathe together, inhaling through the nose. Big audible sigh. Let your larynx go to the lowest note you can create. Inhale. The vocal cords are vibrating at their slowest rate. Begin to wiggle the fingers, the toes, twinkling all the digits, making circle rounds. And then if you're on a prop, slowly move off. You can just slide your legs down to the side. You'll be in a fetal position. Then maybe move the prop aside. Stay on your backs. So you can draw the knees towards the forehead towards the knees, compressing the spine, at the same time lengthening your thoracic spine behind your ribs. From there, you might go into spinal rolls up and down the mat, or little circles with your sacrum. And from there, you could move into happy baby, figure fours, modified pigeon, Baddha Konasana, where you draw the soles of your feet together. Your body will tell you what it needs. Spinal twists are good. Stretching out your spine. We did a lot of sitting in this Kriya, so you may feel it in your lumbar spine as well. And then slowly making your way back up to a seated position. Bringing your hands to prayer. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Rodney. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Susan Calandra. Thank you, Susan Alexander. Thank you, Melanie. Thank you, Margaret, who had to leave a little early. And Janet as well. Wow, 364 days. That's quite an accomplishment. A lot of mindfulness muscle has been created, and a great sense of community as well. Let's close with our longtime sun. May the longtime sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on. Satnam, Satnam, Satnam. We take our hands in prayer, thumbs to third eye, the seat of intuition. Bowing to each other, honoring each other. And we say Satnam.